so she can take her fuzzy little bunny with her anywhere, to class, home, whatever it may be, so that she can always be emotionally supported. Only 2.8 miles from the Table Mesa King Soopers. For Bush, that was a little too close to home. And pickup, making what's inside this box just a little bit sweeter. It works like this. First, you'll type a prompt, such as, write a paragraph about Romeo and Juliet. Then click
It was long year.
a long year, especially for people from Ukraine. This Friday, February 24th, marks the anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Slava Fedorochuk, a software engineer who currently resides in Boulder, often thinks of his friends and family that are still in the country.
When you have time, you check news. You try to go with your day routine. Then at night, if you have some spare time and you're not checking news again, you try to do something useful.
Something useful, like donating packages.
2, that's it. We pack as much as we can.
In his limited free time, Slava packages donated items like old uniform pants, gloves, and medical supplies, and sends them to Ukraine. Helping can look like clothing and backpack donations, or even donuts. Through Ukrainiansofcolorado.org, you can buy a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, and half of the proceeds will go towards Ukrainian children. It's as simple as click, drive, and pickup, making what's inside this box just a little bit sweeter. Slava volunteers through Sunflower Seeds Ukraine, which is an initiative under Ukrainians of Colorado.
Is tailored toward small targeted help to units or regiments in Ukraine armed forces, or helping civilians and try to spread help, direct help as much as we can.
Slava encourages people to help where they can, be it donations, donuts, or hanging that blue and yellow flag. For News Team Boulder, I'm Alyssa Palazzo. The mass shooting at the King Soopers on Table Mesa Drive in Boulder last year struck a chord with 18-year-old Trent Bush Jr.
Then I just got to thinking what can be done to provide convenient protection besides a bulletproof vest.
The solution was born out of Bush's desire for change. Merely 1 or 2 weeks after the tragedy at the King Soopers, Bush came up with Life Tote. This invention combines a tote's functionality with the life-saving technology of a Kevlar vest. The Life Tote turns into an adjustable vest with a firm tug between straps, with help from a breakaway zipper. This type of protection is used in police work by officers, such as the University of Colorado Police Department, the Boulder Police Department, and safety officers at the Table Mesa King Soopers. Officer Bruce Matley said this about Bush's invention.
Because I got to see it demonstrated, practical uses and whatnot, see how it could actually be used.
Bush and his family moved to Bluff Street just 3 months ago from North Boulder, just 5 minutes from a place where Bush spent a lot of his time. Bush graduated from the school behind me just last year. This school, only 2.8 miles from the Table Mesa King Soopers. For Bush, that was a little too close to home. These vests, even with the Kevlar inserts, are like any material. It is not 100% bulletproof. However, Bush says even a small difference will make it all worth it.
I mean, initially it was to save lives, which I hope to God that never has to happen. But just to give somebody the reassurance knowing they have protection and they're safe from situations like this, because they occur way more often nowadays.
Bush's story flips the tragedy on its head and turns what happened at the King Soopers just over a year ago into one of change, by creating a world where a civilian's bag could save their life amidst the chaos of a tragedy. Alyssa Palazzo, News Team Boulder. Happy Friday, I'm Alyssa Palazzo, and this is News Team Boulder's weather. Looking at Colorado weather, we might see some temperatures a little cooler than we might hope for in springtime with these blues and purples, 20s in the Rockies, 57 is pretty nice for Boulder, but maybe not the weather we're hoping for. However, this weekend, we're going to see some oranges and some yellows as it starts to warm up and we get higher temperatures. If we zoom out a little looking at the national weather forecast, you can see there's a lot of precipitation happening here in the Midwest, down here in the east, up into the north. It's going to be chilly and rainy. We have some high pressure systems over here in Wyoming. As coming down into Colorado, we're going to get some more of that picnic weather. There are some low pressure systems, which means a little bit more rain, not as nice weather, with some cold fronts that are meeting these warm fronts, which is why we're getting so much precipitation. As we look forward ahead, we're going to be seeing a lot more consistent weather than we might have seen in the past for Colorado. Here we're seeing temperatures in the 70s and low 40s. We're going to see on Saturday there's going to be sun but clouds in the evening. Sunday, another sunny, nice day. However, thunderstorms in the evening. Pack those rain jackets and those umbrellas for Monday and Tuesday because those thunderstorms are going to be continuing. Another thing that we have to look forward to is a lot more sunshine. Looking ahead, we have tomorrow is going to be 7:53 p.m. sunset. And the first 8 p.m. sunset of the season of the year actually is going to be May 7th, starting off finals weekend right. So looking ahead, we also are going to have some nice air quality. So if you want to get outside, maybe go for a walk in that rain with your galoshes on, it's going to be pretty nice weather. So that's all for weather this week, but after the break, News Team's Leah Mayer pokes around in one of CU's more unique club sports. We'll be right back.